Not because you're second-guessing your doctor. It's because we know, we are taught in medical school that 50% of what we say in an office visit is forgotten before you walk out of the room. Forget about getting home and tell your loved ones. Half is forgotten in the room. So what do? We only tell you half. And we don't even get that half right. But if you're recording it, what does that tell me? You're going to pay attention to it. You can listen again. You're going to take notes. You're going to study. So I talk slower, more clearly. I articulate more details because you can go back and listen. You're helping me, so I'll help you. And you know what? Test it out yourself. Go to a doctor's office with a tape recorder and see how much longer the conversation goes. Look how more meticulous and precise it is. People like it when you pay attention to their words. And they feel disrespected if you don't. Even if you don't know, you're not disrespected. It's like taking, you're emailing somebody at dinner. It's disrespectful, but you don't realize you're doing it if you're 20 years old, because that's how everyone does it. And so I think part of the society change we're looking for is to change the culture, so it's expected these things will happen.
I think also the thing about the tape recorder, during my mother's diagnosis with breast cancer, being diagnosed with cancer is a very traumatic thing. And she was so shocked by it that she couldn't comprehend all of what was coming fast and furious. And as you know, for those of you who may have been through this cancer diagnosis, you almost have to learn to speak a separate language, a different language. And so I went in with her and with my reporter's notepad and said to the doctor, now explain to me, what are the options here? She can have a mastectomy, and then what? Or she can have a lumpectomy, and then what? Or she can, and talk to me about the radiation, and let's talk detail and all that stuff. And that conversation lasted probably 45 minutes with the doctor, and we were down on a human level as opposed to a doctor-patient. It was really, she cared. She cared enough to really make it clear to us about what my mother's treatment was going to entail.
And I bet you it was influenced because you were prepared. You came with family, you brought a notepad, you had a recording device maybe. All of a sudden the conversation starts to take a much bigger impact. Listen, medical errors are big in this country. 40% of us, this whole part of the room, will have your lives changed because there's a medical error. 100,000 people at least a year die because of mistakes made in hospitals. Who better to fix it than you? And that's why I think, as a professional, both in medicine, but also playing in the realm of television now, I think we have an obligation, all of us, to be able to make a difference.